All right, good morning, Heartbreakers. Our guest today is Dr. Kelly. She's one of my long-term friends since October. I mean, that's not that long-term now that I think about it, but I do love you and we connect on so many different ways, especially spiritually. I feel like we have similar backgrounds and I love you. Ever since I met you, you were just so chill and so nice.
Thank you.
You know how like you don't know if a girl's gonna be nice, you know what I mean? Especially pretty ones. They're like,
yes, that's you.
No
like
offense.
you were so nice. Like
Thanks.
so nice when I met you. And I think you said long term because we like instantly connected.
Yeah,
like that type of
feels
friendship
long-term.
where you're like, you feel like you've known each other longer.
Yeah. But Dr. Kelly is actually a dentist. I know I have to clarify what
I
type
am.
of doctor.
I'm not a real doctor. I'm a dentist. No, I'm just
Why do
kidding.
people say that?
It's from the Hangover, the movie The Hangover.
Was it from that?
you
And then
remember that
wasn't it
scene?
another movie too?
Probably.
There was another one where the
So I always say it like, well, I'm not a real doctor because it doesn't bother me. Like, I don't need to be called a doctor. That doesn't make me feel special. Like,
I always say Dr. Kelly. I never call you Kelly. I don't know why.
Well, that's like my nickname. People call me Dr. Kelly, even up where I live in Denver. They call me Dr. Kelly.
How long's the schooling?
8 years. I spent 8 extra years in school. Some people spend 10, depending on what you do.
What's your favorite thing to do?
Oh, cosmetics.
That's all you really do, right?
I do everything. I do general dentistry and everything, but my favorite thing is really taking someone who hates their smile and making it over. And I've had like these big burly guys come in that I do their smile makeover and they cry in my chair when they're done. And that to me is everything. It's life-changing.
It is. I had Invisalign for like 3 months and I couldn't do it. It was so bad for me. Like it was going to be like a year long and I should have just done regular braces and then like hid for 3 months.
Yeah.
But I tried to do the Invisalign and I couldn't finish it. Like it was miserable.
The Invisalign is such a pain because you have to take them in and out and it works really well.
It does.
Your teeth are amazing.
I have already kind of straight teeth, but I was dating a dentist and he was like, we should do Invisalign and conned me into it. And I was like, I don't even need this.
Did he try to get you to do veneers too?
No way. He was
you
super
do not
against
need
them.
veneers. Yeah, you do not.
I don't. Yeah.
Your teeth are perfect.
Veneers are so in right now.
They are. But thankfully, I think we're getting away from the big fake chiclets.
Yeah.
Please, let's stop with the big fake chiclets. Let's do more natural veneers.
Don't they not last? They're only like 10 years, right?
So I've seen them last over 20 years. But you do say 10, they need to be replaced. If you're not taking care of them, they're going to fail. What I see most is people's gum tissue changes around them. Like the veneers are good, but their gums kind of recede. But I've seen them last over 20 years. You got to be brushing and flossing. You can't just
you need to be doing anyways.
I know. The majority of my patients don't. I'm like, are you flossing? And they're like, no, like once a week. And I'm like, okay, well, that's like 99% of the people.
Listen, don't hate me, but I can't remember the last time I flossed.
Oh my goodness,
so serious.
Elsa.
But I've only had 2 cavities my whole life.
Well, you're one of the lucky ones.
It's super sick. I know.
I forgot my floss last night and I was like, couldn't sleep because I didn't floss.
Oh, we should have just ordered you some.
We should have. Did you even have any here? I almost
No, of course I don't. Maybe in like one of those traveling kits that they give you on the plane where they give you like a super small one.
Oh my gosh.
I do brush my teeth, okay?
I'm getting you a giant supply of floss.
Well, I was watching Shark Tank actually, and somebody came out with a electronic flossing thing because you know how we have the toothbrushes.
Yes.
Have you seen that yet?
Are you talking about the water? Like does it spray water?
It's like it has the floss and then you just put it there and it doesn't cut the way it's shaped and everything doesn't cut.
I did not see that, but honestly, anything that gets people to floss, I'm behind this idea.
Yeah,
so I will invest
just to make you proud.
Let me know how it works.
I don't think about flossing. Sorry.
Well, it's because you've never had a cavity. Like
2. I've had 2 my whole life.
And you know what? You're the patient too that when they come in, they love getting their teeth cleaned. They're
no,
like,
I hate it.
I love being at the dentist. Oh, you do?
I hate it. And I can't remember the last time I got my teeth cleaned. Probably been 2 years. Yeah, don't judge me, guys. Seriously, I know. Come on, everybody listening to this does the same thing. Everybody that I talk to.
Honestly, they do. Let's be honest. I see you guys. Like, they'll come to my office. They're like, I'm flossing every day. And I look in there. And their gums are brutalized because they just started flossing like 2 days before their appointment.
Yeah.
You guys don't have to do that.
Yeah, just
let
don't
it
even
go.
do it at all.
Just let it go.
Ugh, gosh. So, what's your favorite, most surprising case? Are you allowed to talk about cases? No, right?
I just cannot say names. My most surprising case.
Just tell me. It could be funny. It could be scary.
I'm going to tell you some stories of things that I've seen. I have seen some interesting things in people's mouths.
Like what?
Like lots of pubic hair.
No way.
Okay.
What are they doing? Biting it? No, you're lying.
I am not lying. This was when I was in school, and it was a woman. She was super nice, and I didn't tell her that I found it. It was like lots.
Like she was biting the hair out.
It was like under the gum.
What? So she was biting the hair. She was biting the pubic hair. I actually did get a pubic hair stuck in my teeth once. That's why
it can happen. Okay, let's.
They need to shave better.
It was like coming out under the gum. I would say that was shocking for me. And, you know, we can tell when people are doing, it is true. Like when they're doing like oral, you can tell. I had a girl the other day that had like markings on her back of her throat. It like bruises it. Yes, it's all over TikTok. Like, your dentist can tell. So just don't do that right before you go. And the girl, and then how do you bring it up to them? Because my hygienist was like, can you check the back of the throat?
Because she doesn't know.
And the girl was hilarious. She knew what we were talking about. And so I didn't have to bring it up. And she's like, oh, yeah, that was from, you know, oral sex. I was like, okay. And we all laughed about it. Because trying to bring it up, I mean, it's not harmful. It heals. But you do have to like document it.
I wasn't expecting that. One time, this is bad. I probably shouldn't be saying this. That I might have to.
I want to hear it.
I did a bunch of cocaine before I went to the. You weren't expecting it, huh?
I was not. Wait.
Back in the day. And so, yeah. And I went to the dentist and they were like, did you do a bunch of blow last night? I don't know if they could see it still like in my throat maybe or my nose. I don't know. But they knew that I did a bunch of.
What did they see? I wonder.
I don't know. I didn't ask. I didn't ask.
I don't even know. I'm going to have to go look that up because I have not experienced that. They knew.
Mm-hmm. They called me out on it.
See, when you go to the dentist, they know what you're doing.
One time
you can't hide your secret.
Yeah, for real not. One time I got my teeth whitened and I did 4 rounds in a row.
Yeah.
And it hurt so bad when I left. Like I was drooling. It felt like I was getting electrocuted in my teeth throughout the day. And I will never do that again.
You got the zingers. I bet you. Yes.
It was so bad. I couldn't talk.
I've had that before. It'll happen like a week later. Was it still happening?
Yeah, mine was like for days after, like a good 3 days, I would like be talking and it would jolt me, like literally.
You want to drop to the ground. Yes, it's so painful.
It's so painful.
So I used to use a whitening system that did that, and I did it on myself, and I was driving a week later and I got a zinger and I was like, I went and threw that whitening system out. I was like, never again.
It has to all be the same, right?
No, there's different systems you can use. So there's one that's called Zoom that is not my favorite, that will cause,
I think that's what I got.
It causes zingers because it uses heat, so it dries the teeth out. So Zoom is, they're probably going to hate me, but I hate that system.
Well,
it's terrible.
They were like, don't, because when you're getting it whitened, right? I was getting the zingers during it, right? And so they were like, don't drool. And I'm like, I can't, because it fucks it up, right? If your mouth gets like wet and they want it to be dry the whole time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, I can't prevent this because I'm like in so much pain. But I could have stopped. I chose to do 4 rounds.
Well, because you're not a quitter and you're just going to go for it.
Hell
but yes, I appreciate that.
So one of your companies, you have Abs After Babies. How did you start that?
So I started this, you know, when I've been on Instagram for a while, and fitness was huge. Was the foundation of Instagram. I feel like it's changed. I got on Instagram and I was sharing my story after having 4 kids in 5.5 years. So I had 4 babies in 5.5 years. I gained a lot of weight. I love it now. It was, looking back, it was a lot to go through, but I gained a lot of weight. And after I had my 4th baby, I went through a body transformation. And I had this condition called diastasis recti, which 80% of women get after pregnancy, where your ab muscles actually separate.
Yeah, I heard that.
And then they don't come all the way back together. Some women need surgery to fix this, and some can do corrective exercises. So I was sharing my fitness journey on my Instagram, and I had a lot of women saying, how are you doing it? How are you doing it? And I created a program after studying under physical therapists. So it is based, I'm a big nerd. I'm a sports nutritionist in addition to being a dentist. Like I go back, I study, I learn. But I created this program and I healed my own abs after having 4 babies. And so women were asking me how I did it. So I created a company called Abs After Babies. My program was on the show The Doctors, and that was really fun. And I've been able to help thousands of women heal their abs naturally without surgery.
Because some people can't afford it. Because that's a plastic surgery, right? To fix that?
Yes. And it's actually very invasive.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I mean, it looks amazing, but people can't afford that. Not everyone wants surgery and it's invasive, but everyone wants their abs back. They want like the flattest stomach they can get after, you know, putting your baby through that. And it's actually really important for your health to re-strengthen it too, because it holds like your organs in correctly and helps prevent back pain. It's not just for looks too. Yeah.
I love that because I've just started to work out in January.
You didn't work out before?
No.
You look like you did.
Really? Thank you.
Yeah, you look super fit.
No, I've always been small, but yeah, this is like my new journey of working out. I do love it.
Don't you love it?
I love it.
It's like such adrenaline rush and stress reliever.
Everybody was telling me that. They're like, you got to go to the gym to help your stress level. And I was like, that's the last thing I want to do. But I did get a trainer. It really helped me because one, I have to pay him whether I go or not. Right. So it forced me to keep it up.
And he holds you accountable and he guides you, and that's good.
Yeah, and I train at the a private gym where all the NFL players play or train with their trainers. So yeah, I lucked out.
So lots of things to look at. Yes. Oh, you just keep. Are you one who keeps? I like keep to myself when I work out.
Yeah, because I do a bunch of embarrassing stuff because I'm not the best person. I complain at everything. I don't want to be there.
I know.
You know.
I know.
It's horrible.
And so your trainer has to like.
He's like, come on. Like I was just telling the producers, I was like, my trainer hates me. He wants to fire me. But whatever. I paid him all in full for like 20 sessions.
He's stuck with you now.
He has to do them. One of the things I want to talk to you about before I do the hot topics is how do you feel about the people going to the gym and bringing their tripods and like doing inappropriate workouts and uploading it on Instagram? Does that bother you? Because it bothers me.
I'm totally guilty of filming my workouts.
I don't think filming your workouts is a problem, but I should show you some of them where it's like super inappropriate. Like one girl was even laying on her back, and I don't even know what the machine would be called, but you know, like where the bar and you push the weights up.
Smith machine.
So yeah. And so she's laying like on her back with her feet up and obviously her like vagina out for everybody to see with like a camel toe. And like this is like it's all on my toe. I thought camel toe is bad, but I don't know.
I did too. They make underwear that has it built in if you don't have camel toe. Have you seen that?
No.
Yes.
Man.
I'm like, why would you want that? Anyways, distracting.
So she probably had that on. But anyways, I was like, this is super inappropriate. And so there's this guy that I don't follow him because he gets irritating, but he does like call people out, you know? Yeah, I just don't like the inappropriate workouts where they're not even doing the workouts correctly and they're just doing it to like show their camel toe or like, you know.
Oh, yeah. It's huge because sex sells. Like the fitness girls are doing it. It's right up on their booties, you know. I mean... It's entertaining.
But do it at your own private gym.
Yeah.
I don't like when people upload stuff on Instagram that's inappropriate because there's children on there. You can be 12 years old to make an Instagram, and I think that porn should stay on Pornhub. So if you want to do that, upload it on Pornhub or upload it on your OnlyFans, but keep it off of Instagram.
100%.
I'm a big hater on that.
The other thing about Instagram, too, is that certain... Instagrams can post very risque and others cannot.
I get deleted all the time.
Yeah.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
One of the hot topics is rise of Instagram and TikTok. Fitness gym influencers become a danger for all young people. Despite our attitudes towards body acceptance and self-love, the mighty Instagram is started to create a new trend of body image problems in the realm of men. I'm surprised that this is actually about men. I'm not going to lie. When I read this, I was like, they're totally going to talk about women.
Okay.
But Danielle Rowland says, I think men are now objectifying themselves like never before, and we need to be really concerned. She's the head of eating disorder charity, Butterfly Foundation. And she's just talking about how there's been very unhealthy eating habits, dangerous levels of exercise, often bad or incorrect form and routine. And as young as boys 16 and younger, they're talking about how it's really hard on them mentally getting on Instagram and seeing like the workout stuff, which my Instagram right now is all fitness. It used to be just like random stuff, but it really is all fitness.
I feel like it's switching back to fitness. And, you know, typically the women are the ones that we've known to have body image stuff going on. But there's a lot of younger teenage boys with like eating disorders.
That's what she's saying.
And there is such pressure to look perfect. And the people who are growing their accounts, a lot of times they have perfect bodies. You know, and so these generation is really subjective to the idea of perfection.
I know. And that makes, when I saw that, it was, I don't know why it hurt me more. Maybe just because we're so used to it as women, like hating our bodies constantly. But it really did make me sad when I saw that it's for men. That makes me sad for them. Like, I just want people to accept their bodies.
It's,
you know?
so much pressure. I don't know about you, but I actually kind of like a dad bod. Not like a dad bod. If they're so muscly and they're always looking at themselves in the mirror, and it's always is a major turnoff for me.
It's not that I don't like the way it looks aesthetically. It's just the attitude that comes along with it that I can't have. The only thing with the dad bods is like sexually they are lazy. I've noticed. That's the only thing, right? They're a little bit like, so,
yes, they're not as fit. So they just, and maybe they don't feel good about themselves.
Yeah, they just,
so there's a limit with the, that's
you
true.
know what I mean?
There's a limit to the dad bod. Like just a little dad bod is good.
But no
not
beer
like
belly.
Full on dad bod. Like, no beer belly. But how do we
see now what we're doing exactly what the thing was saying on the
You're true.
We gotta stop.
But we gotta stop judging body types.
We're literally doing exactly and hating on men. Everybody is great.
Everybody is great. Honestly, yes. And I think just social media has put so much pressure to be perfect and to look perfect. And I think it's important to remember there are people who are just perfect naturally. And then there's a lot of people who are really faking it on Instagram too. And I don't know what to say of how to change it.
Are you talking about editing? Yeah, for sure. I want to know how they're doing that.
There's video AI apps that
wow, it's scary.
They can talk and be moving and it's changing face, shape.
I think I need to get one of those though, because I'm a little bit in over my head on some of the things that I gotta do, and I'd love to just have an AI that looks exactly like me that could do the reels and stuff. Ryan is always laughing at me. I was thinking about it. No, I need a clone.
You do need a clone, and so do I. I'm all game for that.
Yeah. The other hot topic is suffering from mental health challenges. It might be your teeth. I grind my teeth a lot when I'm upset, but it says there's no secret to your mental health and your physical health are deeply tied together, but your oral health is being used as a new way to gauge your physical health. So
absolutely.
Grinding your teeth, right? Tooth decay, nerve pain, dry mouth is stress-led.
It is. It's a huge indication of your overall health, and your oral health can affect your heart health, your blood sugar levels.
Go into it, right?
Yeah, and also from the cosmetic end, if you are not happy with your smile and you're covering up you meet someone new and you don't smile because you don't want to show your teeth.
Yeah,
they've done studies about this, that when you meet someone and you don't smile, they trust you less. Yeah. So what you're doing is you're not getting the job opportunities, because if you're not smiling because you're embarrassed about your teeth, you're shutting down a lot of opportunities and you're not really showing people the real you. Now, I have some people whose teeth are not great, but they smile because it doesn't bother them. But then I have other people who it really affects them. So that's why I love what I do.
Yeah.
I mean, what I do is very life-changing for a lot of people, and it just like lights me up inside. And to see them come back and how their life changed after their smile. But on that, people also, your overall health, if you're not taking care of your oral health, it can affect everything.
I heard that.
Everything, your immune system, everything.
I had a friend that she got a boob job and she went like somewhere random and they didn't do like the routine blood work. You know how it is, like you have to send in all your blood work before.
Yeah.
But she ended up having a tooth infection that then went into where her boob job was, and they actually had to take out her implants because it did cause an infection.
Yes, it can. I mean, people are like, oh, they're just teeth, but no, they can affect your whole body. And the best thing to do, Elsa,
is floss
and go to the dentist every 6 months.
Okay,
and you'll stay ahead of the problem.
I'll come to you.
Yes.
Because I want to come visit you anyways, and
just come.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ugh. You know what I heard too? This is not off topic, but dentists usually tend to be suicidal. And they can't, like, it's like the top, like, career that has the most
100%.
suicidal people.
100%.
Why do you think that is?
That statistic might have changed. It might have gone down. But we are managing people's emotions on the daily. I'm naturally a healer. But if you're someone who's an introvert, you should not be a dentist, because you're not just treating a tooth and putting a crown. You're managing they've had trauma in their life with dentistry. Most people have had dental trauma.
Yeah.
And they're scared. You have to be able to soothe them and manage their emotion on top of that. And you're talking to 1 million people per day. So you're seeing so many patients. So you're really draining a lot of your energy. I think that's part of it. And the other part is running a business. It's very hard.
I heard also, this was like a long time ago, and somebody said it could be because you guys are staring at a black hole too constantly. But I don't know if they were just trying to be funny. You think that could be
because we're looking down in the mouth all day.
like, ugh, and it just stinks. All right. You know, the main reason, or honestly, the main reason I had you on here is because I think it's so inspiring that you went to school for 8 years and you also have an OnlyFans and you have your abs after babies.
Yes.
And you just do it all. Like, I just love that so much, because I feel like a lot of more women need to understand that you can also have an OnlyFans and have a career and a practice. Like, I just think it's inspiring. I really do.
Thank you. You know, I spent a time in my life after I became a mom, and a lot of women go through this, of not feeling like myself. And I think a lot of women, when you become a mom, you kind of lose yourself in who you are. And so I went through a time like that. And then I went on a journey to find myself. It's led me to a lot of different things. And one of that being OnlyFans and Playboy. Part of why I did that is to break boundaries for women.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a big stereotype, and trust me, I've gotten a lot of hate and a lot of judgment. There's been a lot of terrible things. I had a hater sending stuff to my mom, my kids, like things that I don't air this out, but someone was purposely trying to sabotage me because I broke the boundary.
Or
without a doubt.
Someone close to you?
It was either someone I knew. I feel like it was someone I knew. Someone who was jealous. So when I did my OnlyFans, I thought of everything that could have happened. I knew this was a possibility. I didn't just set it up and be like, let's go.
Yeah.
But I just really have a problem with the idea that if you're a doctor, if you're a female doctor, you can't be sexy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want people to hear that and know that.
Yes.
And you have a huge following. You have a great practice. You do some of the most like famous people ever, you know? And like, I just love it. Like, you do it all.
Thank you. And the other thing is, like, if you're a mom, you have to be frumpy now. You can't be sexy or put together. And a lot of moms feel that. And that's when they lose themselves. And you don't have to be overly sexy too. I'm not talking
and you
every
don't have
mom,
to do nude either.
You do not. And you don't have to do OnlyFans. But there's this misconception as women that when you become a mom, you have to shut down who you are.
I don't like that.
It's not healthy. And that's why a lot of moms feel unhappy later. Their marriages suffer.
Yeah.
And when I'm saying like shut down who you are, I'm not saying every mom should go to work or go do something sexy, but just be sure that you're not shutting down your true being. And so everything I've done has been to break some boundaries of what society says women should be.
I love it. I really love it. I think it's so inspiring. I know I keep saying that, but I'm like, I just want like women that are in college right now, like, you know, wanting to be doctors or anything. And like, and if they're like, man, I want to make an OnlyFans, like I want them to know that you can do it. Like,
why not?
Yeah.
And there will be judgment that comes with it.
Yeah.
But there's judgment no matter what you do in your life. You will have haters and judgment. The most important thing I feel, Elsa, is like being authentic. If you're not living your life authentically, I feel like you're going to wake up later and have a lot of regrets.
For sure.
So as long as you're being a good person, being good to others, and then be authentic.
Yeah. We want to know, though,
yes,
what makes more money? OnlyFans or being a dentist?
Listen, yeah. It depends where my focus is. And honestly, I kind of shifted away from OnlyFans a little and just threw myself into my practice. So right now my practice is, but yes, for a while it was my OnlyFans.
Yeah. Well, also there was COVID too. You guys couldn't be seeing patients. I just now thought of that. Like, did you have an OnlyFans during COVID? Oh no, man, you should have.
I know. Do you feel like though that OnlyFans is getting a little saturated? Like everybody's doing it now?
Absolutely. Everybody's doing it. And that's why I try to tell people too, like everybody's doing it. So unless you come in with that fan base, like, cause you already had a following.
I had, and I think the fan base helps. If you don't have much of a fan base, I think it's harder to build on there.
Yeah, absolutely. But it is very saturated. And, you know, I'm just going to be honest, my like percentage or like my, you know, what I'm making off of it has been pretty stagnant.
Yes.
But I know that that's just one, people are going back to work and like just living life and stuff like that. So I knew that was going to happen eventually.
Yes.
But yeah, it's very saturated.
And the economy changing. And you know what's my biggest request had always been dental content. Like, in my office,
that sounds
and I
super
never
illegal.
Did it. I never did it because I was like, you know, I just cannot do that. But that is like a highly requested, like female doctors, highly
it is
like
sexy.
photos. Yes, I'm actually going to let my friend use my office to do it. She can use my white coat, but just for pictures.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. I want to do it. I'm just kidding.
Come on, come over. You can wear my wig.
I love it.
It's highly requested, so come on over.
I'm surprised that is, but I never really thought about that. That's pretty unique, the dental stuff.
Yeah, and I was talking to my husband, he's a dentist too, and he was like,
interesting.
He's like, oh, you know, like men when they come to see you. And I am so naive.
You look like literally that when you have patients come in?
I'm like, my hair's up. I'm wearing the dorkiest glasses. But my husband's like, you don't understand how men think. Like they're probably
You're touching their mouth. Like that's
I didn't know. I'm like, why is this a turn on? Like I'm drilling in your mouth and spraying water in your face and asking you questions when I was like a bunch of stuff in your mouth.
I definitely have an oral fixation, so I do like, this is odd, but I do like my mouth touched and stuff, so I could see how like if I had a hot dentist that, weird, right?
Really?
Like I like when people stick their fingers in my mouth.
People
and stuff.
have that? Oh my gosh. My career is forever changed because
I like it. I like it a lot.
I have
That's how I ended up with
lick my fingers with the gloves. So now it's all like making sense.
Really?
Women. So this is all making sense now. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I ended up dating a dentist.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, and he was...
Wait, was he like you went to him as a dentist and then you're like,
that's
you're
illegal.
like, I kind of like this?
Yeah, that's illegal. I know he wasn't supposed to be
It's not because he owned his practice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're good. That's not.
It's just morally wrong, having sex with your patient.
Wait, did this happen in the office? Can I ask you? We can't talk about that.
No,
but I need to know.
Well, no, once we started dating, like I would go visit him in his actual office where his computer was, like not where the dental chairs were.
Well, there's disinfecting spray. It's fine.
I love it. I love you. I love it so much. Okay. Here's some fan questions, right?
Okay.
This one's a good one. A guy constantly flirts with my girlfriend at her workplace and in chat.
Oh.
I asked my girlfriend to set some boundaries and she's upset. Me, 27 male, my girlfriend, 29 female. Ooh, so she's a little older. I've been in a relationship for 3 years. We've known each other 4 years. She's a beautiful looking person and I'm a bit more average. We're supposed to get married in around 10 months and she joined a new job around 3 months ago. At this job, there has been this guy, we'll call him Mike, who has been flirting with her nonstop, texting, messaging at workplace when I'm there, etc. Wow. I told her that this is not okay with me and to draw the line in the sand with him. And we've had a ton of fights over it. She thinks I'm overreacting and I need to stop being jealous. Mike has a wife and doesn't flirt with anyone else in the office. What should I do?
It's very shady that she is not drawing a line.
She likes it.
That's a red flag.
Don't marry her.
Don't do it. I also think, too, that he feels a little insecure because he said he's average and she is above. And that creates a weird dynamic.
They just need to accept that, though. If they pick you, they pick you, you know?
It's not about looks a lot of times. But she's not picking him right now.
That's true.
She's not. How long have they been dating?
It says 3 years.
She should be like, okay, I'm stopping it. There's a reason why she's not.
For sure, the texting needs to stop. That's super inappropriate. As soon as you leave work, I'm not texting with people that I actually work with that are in professional setting. Like, I'm like, hey, what's up? That's inappropriate. I could see how it could be like hard to put up boundaries with someone when you're working with them because you're around them, but like you just got to be mean.
You do,
right?
And that's another thing that's hard for. I know that's hard for me to do. You have to learn to be mean as a woman and like cut that off. But yeah, that's pretty shady.
Give her an ultimatum. This might be bad advice, but say, listen, unless you can't stop that behavior, I don't think we can't get married.
I think you should say that. I mean, it's not worth it. He's
Poor
deserving
guy.
of someone that
he sounds
chooses
like a nice
him.
guy. I don't know, just from the way it's written. Okay, I need help with a girl whose teeth I accidentally knocked out.
What in the absolute?
Although, you know what almost happened to me?
How?
And this is TMI. I was having sex with this guy and his chain he had like a big chain on.
How big was this chain?
No, it was pretty big. And so...
Why did he keep it on? Like he loved it so much during sex?
No, I don't know. But it did hit me in the teeth and my teeth were sore for like days. They're still a little bit sore. I'm not going to lie. Yeah.
What did he say?
He said sorry. We were really drunk, and he had to take whatever. So I could see how it could accidentally happen. That's all I'm saying.
No, yeah, it could happen. Did he explain?
Yeah, 24. Sorry, I just had to tell my story. 24 recently went to a house party at a friend's place. Drank a little bit more than I should have. At this party, I met this gorgeous girl. We call her Jess for sake of the story. Looking back now, I realized that Jess had been flirting with me the whole night, and I was blind to realize it. After the party, I planned on walking home. Jess asked where I lived. We live fairly close to each other, and I wanted to walk with her. Not thinking anything of it, I agreed. We walked for a little bit. Right at the turn of her street, she stopped and grabbed my hand and looked into my eyes at this point. Sorry, this
guy is like a really good writer. Is he like a novelist?
Yeah, like... This is a really detailed story. I
need to read the book.
At this point, it finally clicked and I leaned in for a kiss. Okay, how did her teeth get knocked out? Because it goes on and on. It's like a play-by-play.
It's very well written.
Okay, yeah. So then they start kissing. They're leaning in for a kiss and he accidentally headbutts her right in the mouth. And really, really hard. They were on the ground. Her hair's tangled. I apologized, gave her teeth back.
Oh.
And after that called the paramedics for her. But instead, she just takes her teeth and she just runs down the street with her teeth after they went to kiss and he knocked her teeth out.
What the absolute?
He got her number from a mutual friend and texted her and apologized, but she won't respond. What should he do?
Is he sure these weren't like dentures? That's why she ran away, because she was embarrassed. Maybe this is not what he thinks it is.
Even if you knock someone's dentures out. Okay. Wait, dentures?
Just say.
Do the dentures you click back in, or they?
There's like these little things called flippers, and so if it can be like
in pageants, they
when
use
you're
them, yeah.
Yes. I think this is what happened, and that's why she ran away embarrassed. And this poor guy thinks he knocked out her real teeth. This could be a twist in the story.
Or she had veneers. You know how some veneers aren't put in right and they're very loose or easy to knock out or whatever.
Yes.
I mean,
this is like a disastrous story. He goes in for a kiss, and then he headbutts her.
yeah, they're on the ground.
And then they're on the ground rolling around, and she's holding her teeth.
Yeah. And then he called,
So, and she didn't answer.
he texted.
I would like her address so I can go
Help her.
investigate.
And help her maybe a little bit. I say just keep reaching out and say, like, listen, I know I knocked your teeth out and I'm so sorry. Like, what can I do to help? I really like you. And, like, I don't care that you have no teeth.
Yeah. He's like, I like you too.
Yeah.
Well, he should offer to pay for anything.
But that's expensive. That's thousands and thousands of dollars.
I know, but if he knocked her real teeth out, that's like a really big mistake.
It is.
He needs to take out a loan and pay for it.
Yes. Yeah, you can get those dental credit cards.
Yes,
He needs to get one.
So I would say he should keep reaching out. And my thought is she's embarrassed. I have a feeling these weren't real teeth that came out. I think she's embarrassed.
I'm sorry.
That
sounds horrible. I wasn't
happened.
expecting that when I was reading
It's a very disastrous story.
Yeah, you just got to keep reaching out, my friend, and like
don't give up.
And don't give up and offer to fix her teeth in some way. I mean, I would be livid if my teeth got knocked out.
If your teeth got knocked out with a chain, you would have been really upset.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you
I
would
even
not.
said that too. I was like, you're going to
listen, if your teeth ever get knocked out,
I'm coming straight to you.
Yes, don't ever brush the root, like pour milk on it, try to get the dirt out if there's dirt, and then push them back up.
No.
You have to.
No way.
Or if you're too scared to do that, put it in milk and go right to the dentist.
No, it's never happening.
This is important information.
Okay.
Because
you're right. Because this could happen again.
If you touch the roots that go, you can ruin it being able to get back up there. But if there's dirt on it, try to like rinse it off. If there's pebbles, because that happens, like sand gets on it. But you want to try to reimplant them. You guys are really struggling with me talking about this.
It's disgusting. I cannot believe that you have to push them back in.
I was
not expecting that.
Yeah. No, you want to put them back in, but don't touch them. And if you can't, if you're just so, you can't touch it, you can't stomach it, put it in milk.
Okay.
Put it in a cup of milk, get to the dentist right away.
Okay.
These are very important tips.
That's actually very important. So if your teeth get knocked out, please put it in some milk.
That's what he should have done. He
should have went straight to the grocery store, got her some milk.
Yes. Knocked on the neighbor's door, asked for milk in a cup, but she ran off, so he couldn't have.
Did he run after her?
That's the other thing. I would have.
He was just.
No, that would be pretty
Like,
shocking. Does he have cuts on his head?
I bet you he probably does.
Can he send pictures?
Yeah, right in the forehead. Just need stitches.
I feel really bad for him. Like, that's very embarrassing. I have a feeling she had fake teeth, though.
I think you're right.
I hope that he hears this and realizes she may have been embarrassed. That's why she ran off. She actually has fake teeth.
Yeah, and she just popped him back in.
Because people are embarrassed. I'll have like older ladies that their husband dies. They get remarried and they have dentures. Their new husband never knows that she has dentures.
Yeah.
And she leaves them in at night because she's too embarrassed. So they never know she has fake teeth.
Wow.
So it's very embarrassing for people.
Of course. Especially having no teeth. That's hard.
Yes.
That's really hard. Well, thank you, Dr.
Thank you
Kelly.
for having me. You're so fun.
Love you.
I love you too. I'm so glad that we got to do this.
Yeah.
And yes, you're the best.
All right, Heartbreakers. Thanks for listening. See you guys next time.